Hi, Paula Caston here from Agility Scales, and I'm here to share a bit with the Founders Club for our live call. There's three things that I had posted in the MindSettlers app. If you're on the homepage, you can go into the story and have a look at the details. The three things I want to cover are the new release. There's two new things that you will see. The release went out just a few hours ago. There will be an update tomorrow too with a few bug fixes, but we got it out today. The other two things I want to do is give you an early look at shared collections. So, okay, we're getting there where you can finally share out information more than just sharing a hyperlink with someone, share it with a team. The last thing I'll show you is a little bit on guides as a tool for teaching from the back of the room. This is a pilot that's going on with a bunch of workshops led by Jürgen Appelo. So I want to explain that to you and talk about what we're doing in that space. Okay, so let's start with a release. I am going to share my tablet screen so that you can see it in a nice and big screen. So let me share my screen. Okay, so I've got my tablet. Let's go to the home screen. Oh, there's a little delay, not too bad. So there's the MindSettlers app, and let me launch MindSettlers. So here, you may remember that the home screen had many things. Well, it still has many things on it. It had more on it. It had an onboarding section at the top, 4 dots. We wanted you to find ideas, mark value. It had that at the top. It had these stories, and then it had an activity stream. If I go to my activity, it had a stream like this on the home page that showed you everybody's activity that was public activity. So what we've done, home screen now, we're going to focus on content. You'll see it's quite visual. Right now we have one thing coming up on the home screen below the stories, which are always good to look at. We have new practices. New practices are showing up, and we'll be adding different components to this home screen. You will probably see updated practices. We're doing a lot of work to improve practices. You might see new tracks. We want to add in leaderboards and new players to welcome new players. There's lots that we have in mind here. But yeah, what we want is some sort of clarity at the top. This should be a landing page for everyone. It shouldn't really be onboarding. We think we have a cleaner design that's going to be more enjoyable, not so overwhelming. You'll have to tell us if that is true. This is version 1.0 that you're seeing. If you go and look at the Founders Club videos, if you there's that YouTube channel, I put the link in the story that is up on your screen. That is not on the screen. Let me go get it, just so I can see it. There it is. The story from the 4th of March that I've just pulled onto the screen. There's a link in there, and you can see past recordings. We do show you the Zeppelin, the wireframes, the visuals of what we think the whole homepage should look like. So if you're interested, go look at the past recordings and you'll find that. So this is number 1 of what's new, but number 2 is probably even more interesting, valuable. Search. So we have been doing so much work, not me specifically, but our team, and Pedro and the rest of our dev team have been working very hard to revamp search so that it works in a better fashion. So if you search, results are extremely fast, and we break down results into 4 categories. So practices are here. These are the actionable ideas, right? And let me do another search term that might pull up a little bit more. I'll go really broad. This is a bad search because it's too broad probably. But let's do this, and then we can see lots of results. So first off, the speed of the results is just, I'm very happy with the speed of these results. And then you can see we have practices. Here are tracks. Those are the actionable the gamified action plans where you take multiple practices and put them into a format. So prepare your first team sprint, for example. We can go get to it from here. So anyway, please try out Search. Tell me if you get better results than before. And again, you can look at authors and camps. Camps, of course, is our word for, in this adventure app, for organizations, whether it is something like Judy Reese, a thought leader, or Holacracy, etc. So a camp is an organization under which there are actionable ideas. So a brand, if you will. Hopefully that will make it easier to find things, okay? So, I could play around in this app all day. I think I will stop sharing though. Those are the 2 new things that I hope you'll go and explore and give us your feedback on. Okay, part 1 is done. And let me now share my computer screen. Ooh, I'm not sure what browser page I'm on. We'll find out. Oh, I'm on a Zoom page. Okay, I wanted to show you 2 other things. One was to give you an early look at shared collections. And for that, I am here. Tolga is our user experience guru. And this is some early iterations. What we're doing right now, you can create a collection. You can essentially bookmark, save ideas in whichever way you want. Give a collection a name, save as many different groups of activities or people or camps as you want. If you find stuff that's useful, then you can collect it, right? You can do that now, but right now, that's personal to you. Anything you collect is personal to you. So many Agile coaches and Scrum Masters and people using our app, they want to have a collection that they can share with a group of people. So what you're looking at here is how we think, one of the ways this is going to work. Right now I'm in a team. If you go to your profile, I don't think I can go back one. Oh, I guess I can. Yes, I can. If you go into your profile, so click on your name, you get a view like this. That's where you're going to see any teams that you have. So we figured that's where we're going to start for shared collections. The first thing we're going to do is enable people to create a collection that a team can share. So here's a team, and you can see down here, this is the screen I was on before, we have some collections. And if I go, this one I think works, okay. If I go in there, you can see, I can see my items. There's 2 items in here. So you have a description, you can decide who you're sharing with, right? We can share that. I think the create button is what I want. Yes, it is. This is what I wanted to show you. When you create a collection now, that's where you can choose to share it with others. That's a sort of a new component in there. If you go into any content item, there's a little icon in there that you can click on that will let you add it to a collection. So these are some of the new screens that will add in that share capability. So we figure there's 2 pieces, by the way. This doesn't necessarily show all the pieces. There are 2 pieces that are, how do I get out of this? Oh, input. There we go. I'm distracting myself, sorry. 2 pieces that we're building first for this first version of shared collection. One is take an existing personal collection that you have and share it with someone, okay? And the second one is what I've been showing you here, which is teams. If you set up a group of people, a team is essentially a group of users and Mindsettlers, right? And you want to see what they're doing and you want to collaborate a bit. So far, you've just been able to see activity streams of all the people in your team. Now we're adding in, okay, shared resources. This is something that's come out of some of the pilots we're doing with enterprise groups. We have 2 enterprise companies that have a group of Scrum Masters, Agile coaches, sort of a guild, a guild of Scrum Masters wanting to share best practice. And we've jerry-rigged and set up some shared collections for them, but it's really clear this could be extremely valuable, not only for these pilots, but for any Agile coach that would want to collaborate and maybe coach some people through the app. Which brings me to my third point, okay? So let me move to a different screen now. And my third point is sharing from the back of the room. No, teaching from the back of the room. Thank you for bearing with me as I sort of go train of thought. All right, so training from the back of the room. We've been interviewing a lot of trainers and facilitators. Plus we have our CEO, Jürgen Apollo, who is a real master at that, giving workshops all the time with his other companies, Management 3.0 he used to do, and now he's got Shift Up, which is the this new business model, thing. Okay, what I wanted to say was we've been interviewing those people and looking at how does our app work in a team, in a workshop, in a training. And if you look, there's a peach square here called Guides Usability. Guides Usability. So this is a draft visual I'm showing you. Hasn't gone out to anybody yet, but our team, just trying to capture our priorities across all the different streams we have. And training from the back of the room, there's work we're going to be doing in the near future to really optimize the actionable ideas and mindsetlers so that you can use them, make it really interactive. We've always thought of our app that way. In fact, I'm just going to go back to my tablet so I can show you something a little more that makes a little more sense, right, with all of this. We've always wanted the activities in here to be actionable, right? If I go in here, Top Desk, this is a collection of activities that this company uses and are willing to share publicly. Why are we here? There's a little activity, right? So in our software, we have practices, and a practice is the label we're giving what is it that you want to do, what. And then we have guides, and those are the hows. That's the actionable idea part. We thought of these as recipes, recipes that other people can follow or riff on. So guides are step-by-step activities. And right now you can use these. You can sort of use these, right? And that's what we want to optimize for workshops so that a coach or a trainer or a consultant can say, okay, now we've done all this learning. Now we're coming to a part of the training. This is me imagining how it might go. We're coming to the training where we have you in groups and you guys are going to, self-organize and really explore and learn this stuff by doing it, right? So you could give them the app and start guide. Right now, we have this view that takes you step by step into doing the activity. I'm not showing there's some shift up activities that are really geared and have a lot more detail. This is just an example for you. So this is what we're going to be optimizing. This sort of works, sort of doesn't. It's time to improve it. For the last 4 or 5 months, we've been focused on finding ideas and just really making it easier for people to find answers in the app. And now we're moving into how do you use this stuff? Because that's where the value is. That's where our platform is different from any others. It is actually making visible what you do with all these ideas, right? Whether it's just rating and reviewing it, that's great. Everybody does that, but we were going to do it too. But what if, if you can get in there and show how it was used in a meeting or show what value you got out of it, that's the space where now we start to get some visibility of the real gold. The gold, all these people, you, me, we're all out there reinventing the wheel, trying to solve problems, trying to make things better. And the vast majority of what we do doesn't make it very far. It doesn't help many other people. It's really hard to tap into all that expertise that's out there. So this is where, yeah, does that make sense? We're the guides, making it possible to use a guide with a group of people in a training, in a workshop, or as an agile coach while you're coaching. Let's say those are probably our top focus areas. That's what we're optimizing next, okay? And that is like brand new information. So hopefully I always share it with our users first, right? I'm keen for you to have the highest visibility of what we're doing. So that is my long-winded explanation of guides, usability, what that means. I've shown you this block, shared collections, search and home screen. The first version just came out, so I'm sure there's going to be some iterations on that. And there's one long skinny green block. I'm focused on the green blocks because those are very much around the Mindsettlers app. There's a lot else happening on the platform, on the author side, etc. But let's just talk about the app. So NSM, user experience. I don't know if you can read this next long green block. NSM is North Star metric. And if you haven't looked at our blog or opened your email, I sent you an email this morning, Europe time, with an explanation of North Star metric and how we're really want to focus on what you as our players are doing in the app. How do we make that better? How do we make it easier? So that's definitely on our minds, and I have a generic block here as a catch-all for a lot of the work that will go into that, let's be honest. There's a lot that we'll be doing. Onboarding is also coming. We'll be picking that up right now. Guides, usability of guides and shared collections are top priority, and then I'm pushing, onboarding will be soon after. I'm pushing for it to be a top priority after that. We'll see, there's lots going on. So that is 19 minutes. I think that's a good, actually it's a little less, but those are the three things I wanted to share with you. The new release that should be coming your way, and I'll put a story on the homepage for you. I'll probably even send you an email, which I rarely do, but I'll send you an email to ping everyone who hasn't been in the app in a while. Shared collections is coming. I hope you're happy about that. And look, tell us how you'd use it, what you want it to do. Perfect time for us to get, a lot of detail from you. We have a lot from our existing users, but feel free. And thirdly, guides, teaching from the back of the room. I hope you find that all interesting. I hope it sounds good to you. If you think there's any gaps or things we're really missing that we're just neglecting, let me know. So that's it. Thanks very much, and hope to see you in Slack or in the app, and you're welcome to email or reach out to us anytime. Take care. Bye-bye.